Hello student. Today we will start a new topic that is mouthwash. So you all know about mouthwash or oral hygiene. In a human being, we will always maintaining our oral hygiene. If we are not maintaining the oral hygiene, in that condition, the patient and in that condition we are having many dental problems. So in introduction, certain patients are prone to oral problems because of lack of knowledge. Means some patients are prone to oral problems, means they will be developing the chance of oral problems. Why they are having this oral problems? Because they are not having the um, knowledge, or uh, they are having lack of knowledge regarding the oral hygiene. Means sometimes they will be not maintaining proper hygiene, or they will be not able to do the proper brushing, or they will not cleaning their teeth or gums. In that time they will be having the problem of oral dental problems. Then, good oral hygiene includes daily stimulation of gums and brushing of the teeth. You all know about this oral hygiene, that if we are not maintaining the proper oral hygiene, in that time we are having many problems, such as we are having gingivitis, halitosis, or sometimes we are having the problem of dental caries. So these all problems which will be arises if we are not maintaining the oral hygiene. Then, what is the definition of this oral hygiene? Oral hygiene: cleansing the teeth and the oral cavity of the patient. It includes the measures to prevent the spread of diseases from mouth and increase the comfort of the patient. Means oral hygiene, it is cleaning the teeth. Means in oral hygiene, we have to clean the teeth and the oral cavity of that particular patient, and it includes the measures to prevent, and we have to prevent the spread of disease from mouth. Means when we will providing the proper oral hygiene, in that time we will be preventing the patient from spread of diseases from mouth and increase the comfort of the patient. If the patient is maintaining the proper hygiene, or we will providing the proper oral care to the patient, in that time the patient's comfort which will be also increased. So in nursing profession, it is the responsibility of a nurse. If the patient is critically ill or ill, in that time we have to maintaining the oral hygiene of the patient. And if the patient is not critically ill, means not serious patient, if the patient is able to do the maintaining the oral hygiene, in that time also, if the patient is not maintaining the hygiene, or if the patient is having lack of knowledge relating regarding the maintaining the oral hygiene, in that time we have to instruct the patient to maintain the oral hygiene, and what all complications which will be arises because of this, because when we will not maintaining the oral hygiene. Then what are the purposes of this oral hygiene? So to maintain the healthy state of mouth, gums, teeth and lips. When we will doing or performing the mouthwash, in that time we will maintain the healthy state of mouth. So we have to do the mouthwash daily in two times. Means in morning time, and after eating or after dinner, we have to also clean the teeth. So we will prevent from the infections. Then to remove food particles from the from and between the teeth. So with the help of this mouthwash, we will remove the food particles which will be present in the mouth after eating. So we have to remove the food particles from and between the teeth. Then to stimulate appetite. To stimulate appetite means if the patient is having the problem of this any disorder, so in that time, if the patient is not maintaining the proper hygiene, in that time the taste of the mouth which will be also decreased. When we will doing the proper mouthwash, or when we will be maintaining the proper oral hygiene, in that time it will be stimulate the appetite. Then next is the to provide a sense of well-being. Means it will be also when we will providing the mouthwash, so it will be provide a sense of well-being. We will feel fresh. So we have to do the mouthwash, or we have to maintain the oral hygiene to remove dental plaques. Sometimes the dental plaques which will be present in between the teeth. So with the help of this mouthwash, we will remove the dental plaques. Then to prevent sores and infection of the oral tissues, means if we are not maintaining the proper oral hygiene, or if we will not doing the proper cleanliness of the teeth, so in that time we will having the problem of sores or infection of the oral tissue dry. So then to prevent the mucous membrane from becoming dry, then to prevent sots which results in ulceration, then it will be also responsible for preventing the sots. So because of that sots, the patient which will be developing, not only the patients, but we are also having the problem of ulceration in mouth. So the sots meaning the sorts meaning that will the sorts meaning that will be any infection which will be created in the mouth. Then next one is the to maintain the intactness and health of the lips and oral cavity. So the patient, when we will providing the proper oral hygiene, in that time we have to maintain the intactness and health of the lips and oral cavity. Then to clean and moisten the membrane of the mouth and lips. Always we have to clean, or we have to moisten the mouth and lips. So when we are having any means dryness, so we are not feel comfortable. So always we have to clean and moisten the membrane of the mouth and lips. Then next one is what are indications which will be present in the which will be for this mouthwash. So the person who are paralyzed patient, means if the patient is having paralyzed in one side, or hemiplegia or paraplegia, so in that condition the patient is not able to do the proper, or the patient is not able to maintain the proper hygiene. Then patient with infections, yeah, or the seriously ill patient, if the patient is seriously ill, in that time also the patient is not able to do, or not able to maintaining the proper hygiene, in that time also we have to provide the mouthwash. Then if the patients with fever, if the patient is having fever, then severe fever, high grade fever, in that time also the patient is not able to maintaining the hygiene, so we have to provide the mouthwash to the patient. Then post operative patient means after any surgery, the patient is not able to do anything because of pain, so in that time also we have to perform the mouthwash for the patient. Then patient breathing through mouth, the patient who are breathing through mouth means if the patient is in a ventilation, or we if the patient is in artificial airway, so in that time also we have to providing the mouthwash. Then if the patient is unconscious, if the patient is unconscious, in that time also we have to provide the mouthwash. In unconscious patient, we will know that the patient which will be not able to doing anything, so we have to provide all personal care for the patient, because patient is not able to do anything. Then patients with infections and disease of mouth, and if the patient is having any infection or any diseases of mouth, so in that condition also, if the patient is not able to do the mouthwash, or not able to maintaining the sorry, maintaining the hygiene, so in that time also we have to provide the mouthwash. Then patient under anesthesia. If the patient is in a anesthetic effect, so means after surgery, if the patient is in a anesthesia stage or under anesthesia, so in that time we will providing the mouthwash for the patient. Then next is the what all articles which will be required for mouthwash or oral care. So articles needed for conscious patient: a tray containing the following articles: face towel, to wipe the chest area, or to to wipe the face, then Macintosh with draw sheet or towel to prevent from contamination of the linen, then disposable gloves to maintain the cleanliness or to prevent from cross infection, then toothbrush to clean the this teeth, then toothpaste, it will be also its purpose is to also clean the teeth, then log of tapped water, then emollients, liquid paraffin, coconut oil, or boroglycerin or Vaseline. It will be for lips. Then next is the cotton applicators. Cotton applicators is it will be used for applying this glycerin or liquid paraffin. Then tray for oral hygiene. Conscious patient, we have to uh, kept this paper bag to discard the solid waste, then Macintosh withdraw sheet, kidney tray to discard the liquid waste, then face towel to wipe the face, then jug with tapped water to clean the mouth, then bowl, then emollient, brush and paste. Then next is the article needed for unconscious patient. So in that the purpose which will be same: face towel, Macintosh with draw sheet, disposable gloves, but we will use in this we will not use the toothbrush, we will using the artery forceps or dissecting forceps. Artery forceps which will be used to hold the gauze pieces, then dissecting forceps which will be used to squeeze the uh, squeeze the this gauze piece, then tongue depressor to open the mouth of the patient, then mouth gag, then potassium permanganate. If the patient is unconscious, in that time we will not use this paste, so we will use this potassium permanganate. Then we will also use gauze piece, we will not use the cotton. We will use the gauze pieces, because cotton it will be stick in the teeth or gums, so we will use gauze piece to clean the mouth or gums. Then emollient, liquid paraffin, coconut oil, or boroglycerin Vaseline, it will be used to applying in the lips. Then cotton applicator, it will be used for applying the Vaseline or emollient. Then these are the tray for oral care for unconscious patient. In this potassium permanganate, this is potassium permanganate, feeding cup is also there, face towel, gauze piece, kidney dish, jug with water, clean gloves, artery forceps or face mask, because unconscious patient they are having many infections. So in that time, or the patient is having the problem of